Is this going to give me a memory of what I want? You know, and I'm gonna go and drag. I'm gonna drag the other one. I'm gonna get. I'm real. Now this, she's too tall, and I've got a problem with mannequins being too tall, but she's fallen over. But this one is, and she does actually stink of perfume. Not that I put perfume on it. I think it came from this frock that she's wearing from eBay. But you can see she's wearing this frock. The reason I'm sort of just maybe focusing on this at this moment is because this is a memory. This is, and it's a very peculiar and strange memory. And essentially, I have these sort of, I call them my pretend friends, and they represent what I don't have. And we could be contemplating seriously unbalanced mental states of mind, but I don't actually see it like that. I see it as quite a sort of fairly clear sort of process of sort of representing graphically a sort of a mental objective. You know, this is what I want. And you could say it quite like that. I don't actually see it quite like that. This isn't exactly what I want, but they reflect that. So, you know, I might sit there and perhaps say, okay, this is what I want, and it clears my mind with regards to my objectives in life. Is doing action A going to make this a real person as opposed to not a real person? And so what you're sort of contemplating there is sort of, you know, so for example, I might sit there and try and lose some weight. I know it's pretty sad, but because the whole idea is that at least, well, I'm better suited to sort of maybe impressing a girl at some point by not being huge and fat. And that's a very simplistic way of looking at it. I mean, generally being fit. You know, I don't want to go down that road in the sense that, well, it's not that important, but it's just a simple thing. You know, everything I do, to a larger extent, has always got that sort of ultimate objective. Does it meet the ultimate, the requirements of the ultimate objective in you know, getting married and having children and actually not sitting on my own day in day out for 20 years? So, you know, and this is why I sort of called Mr. Cute, because I'm on the quest for meeting a cute girl. You know, like my pretend friend here. They don't even have names, and I mean, we're sort of still. I'm still trying to keep it in the theme of memories and photos and stuff like that. But this memory of me sitting here with this mannequin in 30 years' time will, I am pretty certain, be something that I will be pretty happy with, because it represents the fact that I was aware of what I should be trying to do and trying to achieve it. And it's buying a mannequin to achieve that, but it's a mental reminder of the primary objective, which is to meet someone that is not ugly. So you can't say those things, you know, is to meet someone, you know, that sort of fits this bill, that can replace this pretend friend. I mean, all these things can sound a bit odd, but what I'm sort of saying here is, if I was to look at a photo and I'd gone out and sort of just wasted my money on stupid things, I would be, less happy. And that's one of the reasons I can't necessarily look at a lot of photos from my past, because they were sorts of things that were not going to take me towards this objective. People that I knew, I knew people that they hated love, you know. What do you want to go and do that for? Have some beer, drink some beer, or I can, it's not just ignorant people like that, even clever people. I can remember people, these, there are lots of people that have particular aspects and frames of mind, and I can remember walking down the street with people that I knew. I don't know, necessarily my friends. There was people that just happened to be there at that time in my life, and that you could say they were friends, but they weren't. They're not friends. But I don't worry too much about that. We're walking down the street, and there was like a picture of a model, and um, they were all sort of, it was disgusting. I'm not saying they were Christians, but the whole idea is, they were very much against sexualization of women, sort of, looking at women as objects of sexual desire. You have to get, it was very much sort of, you should know a woman. All women have